Learning-based aerobic exercise. There's increasing evidence that cardiovascular activities that are aerobic in nature are neuroprotective. But finding an exercise which challenges our heart and lungs but doesn't use a lot of equipment or space and doesn't round you forward or use just your anterior muscles is difficult. The basic kettlebell swing is great because it gets your heart rate up. There's lots of work for your posterior muscles and hip hinging, which is similar to those used for getting up and down out of a chair. It's also great because it strengthens those same muscles in your back, which help you stand up straight. For our learning-based aerobic exercise, we're going to do the basic kettlebell swing. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a basic dumbbell or anything else you have around your house that will be easy to hang on to and won't slip out of your hands. We're going to start with our stance. You're going to bring your feet wider than hip width apart and turn your feet slightly out about 30 degrees in each direction. You're going to grab onto the dumbbell or the weight, and you're going to swing it through your knees as if to sit down in a chair. You don't want to bend forward at the hips because that means that you're taking all of the pressure in your low back. You want to use your hips and your legs, and you actually want to swing. So with this exercise, you're going to be using momentum. And that's what makes it aerobic, because it is going to get your heart rate up. So as you're swinging, you're going to do this beautiful hip hinging. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see that as you come up, you're actually squeezing your glutes, coming up to a full erect posture. You don't want to go backwards. So that means the kettlebell only comes as high as your chin. And you're going to be exhaling. And that's a basic kettlebell swing. So I have John here today to help us demonstrate the basic kettlebell swing. If you're going to use a kettlebell, you want to hang on to the kettlebell from the ends versus the long way. I'm going to hand off the kettlebell to John. And then if you're using a dumbbell, you're going to hang on to it from the end. So we're going to turn John sideways. Feet are going to be wider than hip width apart with his feet turned out at 30 degrees, which looks great. Nice, tall, erect posture to start out with, and go ahead and start the exercise. So you can see John is doing a great job swinging it through his legs. He's using his glutes, and he's doing that great hip hinging without leaning back too far. He's using his abdominals to control that movement, looking straight ahead. One of the things you want to avoid is looking down at the ground because that will cause rounding of the upper back. The breathing for this exercise is going to be inhaling on the way down, exhaling on the way up. John's doing a great job exhaling in. Good. Looks very good. Nice. Thank you, John. So that's a basic technique for the kettlebell swing, and now we're going to move on to the exercise. For this exercise, we recommend doing 3 45-second intervals with 15-second rest in between. Go ahead, John. We're going to start the clock. Go. So make sure you're breathing, looking straight ahead, using those glutes and that great hip snap, engaging the abdominals. When you're swinging a kettlebell, 45 seconds seems forever. That's what makes it such a great aerobic exercise, using those posterior muscles, strengthening it up, and it really encourages that upright posture. And breathing, using your hips. Lock it in, lock it in. There you go, good. And rest. Thank you, John. So to make this exercise more challenging, you can either increase the interval time or you can do multiple intervals.